This morning from the lectionary, Psalm 33. Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own. Blessed the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he has chosen for his own inheritance. From heaven the Lord looks down. He sees all mankind. But see, the eyes of the Lord are upon those who fear him, upon those who hope for his kindness, to deliver them from death and preserve them in spite of famine. Our soul waits for the Lord, who is our help and our shield, for in him our hearts rejoice. In his holy name we trust. Those of us who are not Jewish are the younger brother in the parable of the prodigal son. We are the prodigal. For generations, our nations, our peoples, our ancestors went away and partied, ignored God, pretended he didn't exist. But now we're invited back, and there's a feast for us. Let's go to it. Good morning. Beautiful day for a run. Well, if anybody's watching UTMB, Vincent Bollard, I think the last name is, a French runner, is in the lead. Last night before I went to bed, Jim Walmsley dropped out 8 hours into the race. And for the women, particularly good. Katie Scheid, the Mainer, is in the lead. And she's currently on record pace, so pretty interesting race. If you're not tuning in and you're up, you should go check it out. See how it's panning out. Could be a historic year for the women. Oh, we're getting more information about the men's leader. Vincent, I guess, is local to Annecy, France. I'm pretty sure that's low altitude, but still in the Alps, if I remember right. Doesn't run a lot of races, but yeah, spends a lot of time in the mountains. Is being crewed by his wife, so old school. Awesome, awesome. Sun's finally coming up. I'm going halfway done with my 10-miler. Whew, it's a lot of time in the dark. Started off first mile kind of hot. I noticed that. Slow it down to the 14s after that, which is my goal pace for this. Looks like it's a damp one, cloudy. Probably didn't have to put on all that sunscreen before I left. You never know in the dark. Morning, Mount Whitney. So I already had a goo water, you know, I have water with me. These things I just found, they're kind of like, they're called precision something, chews. And they kind of taste like Turkish delights, if you're a big fan of the dessert. And it makes me wonder, could I just bring Turkish delights with me? I got some in the cupboard. But yeah, I think they have a little bit of caffeine too, which shouldn't hurt as my pace slows down here in mile 7. Morning, crows. One odd thing I noticed of the major events, right? I mean, Barkley doesn't really cover anything, right? It keeps everything secret. But like Western States, for instance, has pretty extensive coverage. And when they show videos, they get a lot of the women, right? So you get to see the men's and women's race. Maybe it's the European race's different style. They talk about the women's race. So the people they hire to talk, at least in the English version, maybe the non-Anglophone doesn't like to follow the women as much. I don't know, but either way, video-wise, they just keep those videos locked on the men. So, you know, we'll see more of the second and third man than we'll even see of the first woman. Maybe something they could improve, right? You'd think France would be a little more liberal on that. Guess we hear wrong, right? Guess we hear wrong. Or maybe it's just Jamil's group. I think it is, right? Isn't it Aravaipa that covers Western States? And those are definitely the biggest two ultras. There's other great historic ones like JFK that don't have any kind of coverage at all on YouTube anyway. But yeah, maybe it's just whichever company they use to cover the event. It definitely looks like it'd be easier. You get better pictures up there, right? Maybe they have more towers and stuff for service in Europe. But even with all the challenges, at least we see the women coming into different aid stations and stuff in Western States, or in Cocodona, or any of these other big events that are covered so well on YouTube. Saturday's a beautiful day for a long or a hard workout. Did you get out there? If so, what'd you do? It looks like there's some aspens down there now. Whether they planted them or they grew on their own. Some jewelweed. Berries, I wouldn't eat those, they're poisonous. Queen lace, thistle, goldenrod, thistle, vetch down there. Looks like Vincent, whatever his last name is finishing up sub 20. So that makes it like a top 5 finish for him. Pretty big deal.